or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this time from the very beginning. I'm so
So my teacher representative has registered herself. I think she will attend the rest of the meetings.
It's all right.
Yeah, her group will be part of it.
No issues. It's perfectly all right. Even if the number is less, we were means we have done it in a very short time. So it's okay. It's all right. That's why we are having it on Monday also. All those who join, that will be good. And those who have not joined, that also it's all right. Maybe we can always talk about it again.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
And by the way, congratulations for winning the award. That is something that brings us all back to, in awe of all the good things that you've been doing for Rise Ups and, all the SDG goals. So congratulations and God bless you for all the hard work that you do to unite us and, help us stand up for all the SDGs, because I believe there is one iron hand that makes us all, get into that particular lane and, look up to you and say, yes, if ma'am's there, then all of us can, get into it and start doing things. So God bless you for all the good work you do and congratulations.
Thank you. So to begin with, I must thank each one of you. The Greatest Impact Award we got, and one of the reason is each one of you, because we made a team, we made a Rise Up for SDGs team, and the impact was really very, very great. So in Asia Pacific region, we have got it. And the template which you see as a background is what they've specifically given us. So it is a school, and then it is there's a showcase, and then there is the best this thing global, the biggest impact. So that's so nice, but we all own it. The other day I was thinking of writing the mail to them that can this background be used by everybody in my school and everybody who was part of the Rise Up SDGs? I'm actually going to do it. And if it is there and if somebody likes it, then you can use it. That's not.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Not a must, but then. So Ayappa, thank you so much for joining. We are so happy to have you.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you so much because you sowed the seed. So because of that only I can see Swati ma'am, Ranjana ma'am, all, Charu ma'am, all these
great friends we are now.
Yeah, Sangeeta ma'am.
Hi, sir.
Hi, ma'am.
So what we do, we come to the point and we can always tell our friends, those who have not joined today, even whatever it is, it's okay. I can share this project because I have just informed today only, so it's not fair on my part, but maybe for Monday I can tell everybody. So I thought we'll just share it. The basic is all about e-waste. We know that now plenty of e-waste is there because we all started working from home. If our system was not working, we replaced it. If our phone was not working, we replaced it because we had to take online classes. So Rise of E-Waste International Project 2021 is all about SDGs only. The various SDGs which are linked with e-waste are goal number 3, 6, 14, 8, 11, 12, 16. So we'll be working on this. Yes, Charu? Presently, our partners are Karo Sambhav. So let me tell you about Karo Sambhav. Karo Sambhav is a international body as such, and though they belong to India, but they are backed by UNICEF and they are backed by Indian government, by Niti Aayog and everybody, and the World Bank actually funded them to carry out this project. Karo Sambhav means it is possible, and they collect e-waste as such. So one of the major points which we're going to work on this particular project is at the end, we are going to collect as much e-waste we can and make a record of the e-waste collected by schools, and these e-waste will be collected by Karo Sambhav from your schools. It could be in India, and we'll find out in different countries where when our friends join from different countries, we'll definitely have which is the collection center in their countries. And if Karo Sambhav is not able to do it, I would be writing to Apple and Dell and everybody, Samsung, so that they can collect the e-waste, because it is a in thing and e-waste is being collected to be recycled. All right, so it is. So this is one difference. So it's lots of action over there. my phone, which I don't need it. In my school, I have so many desktop, which I would like to dispose of. And it is actually the question came out from the students only that what are we going to do about the e-waste which we have collected? And so the seed was sown and we thought, let's take the idea of the students and move ahead. Then SDG Chopal, we know it's an Indian body backed by the government, and they will be our partners. And then Jen is Mohiddin. He was one of our speaker, and he has quite a number of educators. So he would be, his group would be joining us as such. And then, of course, our Smart Sustain is a media partner. And then we'll be having another 2-3 people I'm in touch. They might be joining in the next 2-3 days. So one is Saurabh only, who talks about a gap, which is all about plastic waste. And when we talk about e-waste, so much of plastic waste is there in the mobiles, in the laptops, in the desktops, whatever we use. Electronic waste, when we talk about the older televisions, so all that has this e-waste inside them. So, and then apart from him, there's a trash can. They are also into recycling. They would also be joining us. So this time we'll be having organizations and groups joining us, and I'm sure the impact will be much, much larger, and it will be good. So now, again, the duration of this project is 8 weeks. Again, it is flexible. If we are able to finish it in 8 weeks, good. If you're not able to finish it off, we can always move ahead and we can complete it. Start date is, of course, 1st December, just a few days left. Maybe in these 2-3 days, we'll be on our toes and make sure we inform everybody. And then if you don't join from the 1st of December, you join it after 7 days also, it is all right. Because when it comes to SDGs, I've been saying all the while that there are no hard and fast rule for SDGs. Everything is allowed in SDGs, and it's lots of leave no one behind is the motto. And we relax and we adjust and we accommodate and we walk together. We always have to walk far, so walking together is moving far, but walking alone is moving fast. So we don't want to walk fast, we want to walk together. And then this is a students-led project because this idea came from the students. And now in the previous one, we had the educators speaking. The focus is in all the sessions we're going to have, it will be the students who would be speaking, and it will be a different format which we thought of. And then the expert talk for students, will be having 4 virtual meetings where we'll be calling experts who will tell us about the e-waste. And how we're going to go about would also be discussed. So if we have to discuss how we're going to go about, I was thinking that if we could have the facilitators as such, the country mentors, we could have 4 from India, the North, the South, the Central, or something like that. We can work on it, 4 mentors, and they in turn can have their group of facilitators with them. And for example, Nirmala is there from Malaysia, and I'm sure she'll be such a great mentor from there. Bushra said she's going to look into Pakistan, and we can have some schools from Pakistan also there. So these facilitators, apart from the mentors, we'll have facilitators, and the facilitators will have 8-10 schools with them. And the facilitator would be responsible, means it's all voluntary. Nothing is a must in this. Those who would like to lead, they should be leading, because I keep telling my teachers, at the end of the day, all teachers in my school should be principals somewhere. So all of you here who are there should be empowered so that one day you start your independent projects. That is the thought. That is empowerment I visualize. So if all of you can do it, it'll be great. So now is the time when you actually need to put this into practice, right? So these facilitators will have 8-10 schools. And remember, we had that format when we celebrated the birthday as such of SDGs. At that particular time, we had one lead coordinator, we called, and we had 10 schools, and they all gave such wonderful presentations. So now we'll have the lead facilitators, as we call it, and the mentor, then the lead facilitator, and 8-10 schools with that. And after every goal, they're going to have Skype sessions among themselves or WebEx sessions that we can use our WebEx, which we have in a big way. But the students of those schools would be presenting. So for every goal, how goal number 3 is related to e-waste, we'll have some questions as such. These would be the lead questions. And we expected to go for a research on that. And then, of course, since The children love to have the e-newsletters, so we'll have the e-newsletters wherein the articles, poems, everything would be added over there, because that is one testimonial, a remembrance which they can keep with themselves. And even we can have the certificates also. One option is we give it at the end, but somehow I felt, every time you get a certificate, children are very happy. So we thought we'll have the certificates also. And then, of course, I've talked about the country mentors, the facilitators. So this is 8 weeks. In this 8 weeks, we should be meeting 4 times when we have when we'll have the expert talk, where all students can join us, all students. This is more focused on students because, see, we would like the students to develop the 21st century skills. That is, the real life problems to be solved. And e-waste is a real life problem which needs to be solved. And then they need to develop communication skills. So the presentation would come in, and maybe Flipgrid would be used in a bigger way. Now we are equipped, and we have that experience of 9 months with us. So maybe we can do a much better job. And then, of course, artwork, as I said, art integration is the in thing. The CBSE says everything should have art integration. So keeping that in mind, even mathematics, they say it should have art integration. So keeping that in mind, we are going for art integration. Then what is the visualization right now? We'll be having some rallies. Now, when we talk about rallies, it is not necessary that we have to go, outside the school. If we go outside the school, fabulous. Around the school, fabulous. But we can even have a small little rally in the school. All right. That is why e-waste and why not e-waste and how to recycle and everything, we can work on it. So it could be in school also, it could be outside. It is up to you. How do we go about? You can go from your one branch to another branch, or you just have to think over. We'll work further on it. Survey, we've already started. How much the students know? What can we do further? Research, there'll be some questions on which the children are going to do research, and then they're going to. So every goal will have some research question. And of course, a newsletter I talked about, art integration we talked about, and then something new we'll go for is online petitions. We'll be starting an online petition, and everybody will be part of it, and we'll be signing in, and it will be sent to the President of India, the Prime Minister. We'll see how to go about it, but we have done this. This we can definitely go for this, that there should not be, how e-waste should be recycled. It should not be just made into heaps and dumps of e-waste should not be there. And then students' presentation, as we said, social media empowerment. Another important feature is, again, we're talking about empowerment of the students. So if we could bring our students on Twitter, it'd be so good. See, some of you came for the first time on the social media and connected with so many people. Today, the jobs which you get is from Twitter, from LinkedIn. Today, you come to know what's happening around the world from Twitter. So if we can bring our students who are elder, who are 13 plus, we can teach them how to tweet. They'll be so happy with this empowerment as we can think of. Okay, and then connecting with government bodies of your own country or region. For example, if I have an SDM in my in Phagwara or the DC, then we should be going with a memorandum, a request that, sir, we are raising a voice against this, and if you could please do something about it, which should be covered by the press and all those things. This would be, again, empowerment of the students, that they can have their voice, they can speak out and meet. And then everybody is more than happy. The SGM, the DC, all of them are so happy. The ministers, they're so happy to meet children. For them, it's something great and good. We can work on this. Yes. So, of course, e-waste collection drive from 1st December. Maybe as we move ahead, I'll be writing everything and letting everybody know. Till 15th of January, we'll be collecting e-waste. Let's have a Guinness Book of World Record that how schools got together and collected so much of e-waste which would be recycled. Something is there in our mind. So till 15 January, we'll collect, so that from 15 to 30th, we can actually, the centers can collect from our schools as such. And then we are supposed to weigh it as such, weigh the amount of e-waste which is there, so that we can have so many kgs of e-waste was collected, something of that type. And e-waste collection in your country and region would be recognized, and we'll make sure how they can pick it up. See, today we have started. I don't have much idea how we're going to pick it up, but I'm so sure that we will be able to pick it up because Karo Sampav is there. There's another organization, W and 3Es. I just came to know from Twitter, and I'm going to follow them and request them. And I'm sure they're from Belgium. So every country have their own this thing. So we're going to find it out. And this is the job I would like to do. And I'm sure all of us can be leaders in our groups. And then special recognition for the highest e-waste contributor. Now, what recognition? Even that I don't know, but we're going to celebrate that. Again, all of us are there to decide what should be the course of action. How do we go forward? That's what we're supposed to decide. Yes. So now we connecting the goals and the targets. So SDG 3, good health and well-being. It has this target 3.9, which refers to the reduction of the number of deaths and illness caused by hazardous chemicals, air, water, and soil pollution and contamination. And e-waste does contaminate. It creates pollution. We'll be seeing it for ourselves. All right. So this is goal number 3 and how it is related. So we're going to research more on it. SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, there are 2 points. 6.1 seeks to achieve universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water for all. But affordable drinking water is not there because it is contaminated. The developing countries become a real victim of the developed countries because developed countries put all the e-waste into our seas, into our ocean, and they send it because the labor is very, very poor and to segregate the e-waste. Target 6.3 aims to reduce pollution, eliminate dumping, and minimize release of hazardous chemicals and materials. So these 2 goals, SDG 6 would come in. SDG 14 is life below water. So target 14.1, reduce marine pollution. So by 2025, prevent and significantly reduce marine population of all kinds, in particular from land-based activities, including marine debris and nutrient pollution. So target 14.2, reduce marine pollution. Again, by 2025, prevent and significantly reduce marine pollution of all kinds, for land-based activities, including marine debris and nutrient pollution. So nutrient pollution is there, and that is all e-wastes. SDG 11 is sustainable cities and communities, reduce the environmental impact of cities. By 2030, reduce the adverse per capita environmental impact of cities, including by paying special attention to air quality and municipal and other waste management. This is waste management. And we know how bad Delhi is, how bad the air in Delhi is. Yes. SDG 12 is sustainable cities and communities. So target 12.5, these are all related, substantially reduce waste generation. 2030, substantially reduce waste generation through prevention, reduction, recycling, and reuse. Yes. And then decent work and sustainable economic growth. Here, 2 targets are covered. So lots of research we have already done in the sense. Target 8.3, promote policies to support job creation and growing enterprise. E-waste recycling would generate so many jobs if we actually do it scientifically. Promote development-oriented policies that support productive activities, decent job creation, entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation. And encourage the formalization and growth of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprise, including through access to financial service. And target 8.8. Protect labor rights. So here labor rights become very, very important. And secure working environments for all workers, including migrant workers, in particular women, migrants, and those in precarious employment. Again, it's how we are handling e-waste. I think we brought a small little video. If we can have this, see this properly, please listen to it very carefully. It is heart-touching. We go ahead.
On this rooftop in East Delhi, recycling workers are burning circuit boards to strip off computer chips and transistors. All the time, they are inhaling noxious fumes of highly hazardous heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and cadmium, the main ingredients of computer boards. Salim has been burning computer parts for the last few years. He says the toxic fumes bother his eyes sometimes.
आँख में जलन जैसे कभी कभी लाल बोर्ड आ जाता है जैसे ये, तो इसको हम ज़्यादा गर्म कर देते हैं तो धुआं उठता है, वो जरा आँख में लगता है, बाकी नहीं लगता। अब जैसे हम करते रहते हैं तो हमें आदत पड़ जाती है, हमें नहीं लगता, अब नए आदमी को लगता है। बड़े भैया अभी आ रहे हैं 10 मिनट में।
On the floor below, Mehdi Hassan runs an electronic waste recycling business from his bedroom cum office. The room also serves as a warehouse for obsolete electronic equipment waiting to be taken apart. Outside his bedroom, workers are stripping whatever parts they can resell for India's growing e-waste recycling market. Dr. Kevin Brigden, Greenpeace scientist at a biochemical lab at the University of Exeter in the UK, has recently analyzed dust, soil, ashes and wastewater from the workshops and their surrounding areas in India and China. His scientific analysis shows that the collected samples contain high levels of hazardous chemicals.
We found high levels of contamination both on site where the material is being processed and in the immediate environment around there. This consisted of a whole range of organic chemicals as well as many heavy metals. In fact, these were some of the most contaminated samples that have been through our laboratory in the last few years.
Electronic waste, or e-waste, is one of the fastest growing waste streams around the world today. It is fueled by the exponential growth of personal computers in the market and by their rapid rate of obsolescence. Today, the highly toxic content of electronic equipment is posing a threat to human health and the environment. In India, reusable computer parts and precious metals such as copper, silver and gold are highly prized.
The precious material is copper. Copper has got a highest value in India and throughout the world. And how to separate it is just they are burning it. And this burning causes pollution and it is hazardous.
In this recycling shop, workers dip circuit boards and electric cables into plastic drums full of acid. The bubbles from the acid are stripping the cables of their last remnants of copper and traces of silver. When the acid is depleted, the men dump it into the open sewer in the area. Others burn wires coated with polyvinyl chloride or PVC to salvage the copper within.
उसका जला के कॉपर होता है इसमें, ये जो अंदर ये अलग हो जाता है, ये जो अंदर इसके अंदर होता है ये होता है, मेटल रहता है, मतलब मेटल अलग हो जाता है, बाकी पीवीसी ये राख बन जाती है, राख बन के फिट जाती है, पाउडर बन जाता है, मतलब अलग।
The residents say large piles of PVC-coated wires are burnt here a few times a month in this open field where children play cricket. They say a huge cloud of toxic smoke containing organic chemicals such as brominated flame retardants and PCBs covers the school next to the playground, jeopardizing the health of these children. Cathode ray tubes, or CRTs, and computer monitors contain high levels of poisonous lead. The workers coat lead powder over used CRTs before shipping them off to the second-hand market. Computer batteries, like the ones this child is chopping, contain highly toxic cadmium. Dr. Brigden says these chemicals cause devastating effects on the workers' health.
Well, the heavy metals we found have a range of toxic effects. Metals like lead and mercury are particularly toxic to the nervous system, primarily on the developing nervous system in children, and effects have been seen even at low levels, things like affecting the IQ of children. Heavy metals like cadmium are toxic to the kidneys, and the effects will accumulate over time with ongoing exposures. The organic chemicals we found, many of them are bioaccumulative. They will build up in human tissues, and many have been linked with effects on the hormone system and other neurological impacts.
While India emerges as a technology powerhouse, poverty, cheap labor, and rampant corruption make it a prime market for the dumping and burning of electronic waste. In Europe and the United States, recycling a computer can cost as much as $20 US, but in India, it costs just $2 US. India's low recycling cost attracts e-waste from the United States, Europe, East and Southeast Asia, and from the Middle East. Environmentalists say manufacturers are responsible by using hazardous chemicals in their products that harm workers in recycling yards and their environment.
All the multinationals and the corporation, they have to phase out the chemicals from the products so that we have the cleaner product and easy to recycle. And also they have to have take back policy so that this discarded products doesn't ended up in the street of the Delhi.
None of these women know the potential danger that toxic chemicals from these electronic parts pose to their health. Despite the ban on imports from developed countries, e-waste continues to pour into India to be recycled for its cheap labor and the profit generated by the e-waste recycling industry. Environmentalists say it is possible to substitute the hazardous chemicals with safer alternatives. Multinational corporations such as Sony, Samsung, Nokia, LG, and Sony Ericsson have already committed to use less hazardous material in their products. Manufacturers could very well prevent workers from being exposed to hazardous chemicals in the e-waste workshops in East Delhi.
So this must be an eye-opener for some of us that look what is involved in recycling of e-waste and how dangerous it is for the people who are involved in this industry. So now suggestions, what can we do? How can we go about? Is it all right? For example, the way we thought we'd have mentors from countries, India will have more mentors because more schools would be there, and then we'll have facilitators. The mentor and the facilitator would be, they can, pair up together, and then they can have a group of schools, and these group of schools can further go for the presentation. See, Jen is our one of our partners, and Moeddin, thank you so much. We are delighted to have you. Hi. Moeddin.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so we were thinking, how to go about. We start from 1st December and we have to have chalk it out. So now since I can see Nirmala also, so Nirmala, you are your country mentor. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we can work on, we can have 10 schools and 15 schools, and it's not necessary that you should have schools only from Malaysia. You are free to have schools from everywhere. But you could represent your country. For example, Moeddin, Jen is doing such a fabulous job, and I was so delighted to join his group. And maybe he was saying that if I could have a Zoom talk with all his members and tell them about this project, then all of them can join. See, the purpose is as many people join for a cause, and this cause is e-waste awareness. This cause is collection of e-waste at the end of the session. This causes, having a Guinness World Record for collecting so much of e-waste, and e-waste will be collected from our schools by Karo Sambhav, which is an organization which is into recycling. Then Trashbin also, they're also going to join us. So some more, by 1st, I'm thinking some more organizations are going to join. And this is what we thought, that this time we should have organizations joining us so that we can make a bigger team. And we are those group of mad workers who talk about SDGs in a big way. we are actually building a nation where SDG awareness is there, and building a world where our students can rise up and they can manage their own future themselves. So that is what we are trying to do. And we've already worked for one project, Rise Up for SDGs, where it was advocacy and awareness. And I think it was a great experience. I loved interacting with each one of you. No doubt it was a pretty a long one and pretty taxing, but that's what we all love to do anything for our children. So I'm sure some of you can just send me direct messages that I would like to be a facilitator, or otherwise, this mother in school, I call it, I don't know what I call myself here. Maybe I would love to have grown-up children like you. So I would love to be mother here also. So you can just let me know who would like to be the facilitator and who would like to be the country coordinator, country mentor, so that you can mentor a few schools. It will be so good if this reaches far and wide, because this is a real life problem. E-waste is a real life problem. Countries like us are suffering. They dump it in the sea also. So the life below water is also in danger. Okay, recently I had read that there was the cargo came and it was supposed to go to China. It came, I don't know about this, on which will this thing, but it was standing at a Gujarat port, the Adani port, which was there. I couldn't read much, but yes, we can read all this news and make the children aware that this is a challenge and this is what we're going to look into. And if children become conscious, then it will not be, I need 2 phones. It could be 1 phone, which is must, I require it. It won't be 2 laptops. If I can upgrade it, why not that? We have to reduce the consumption also, and then we have to recycle it also. So it'll be, actually learning the competencies which we want our children to learn. Okay, so open to questions. Kalyani, it's nice to see you. We're glad. And who else is there? Everybody, I'm so happy to see all of you. Alifia is also there. Thank you, Alifia. And then Neelam is there. Neelam, thank you. Manisha, Uma, Usha. Usha ji is also there. That's so good. Pavan is there. Pallavi is there. So that's very nice. So anything, Swati, I would like to begin from you, and I'll be so happy if you could be one of the country mentor. We can divide a country into 4 regions, and then we can have from the north, the east, the west, the south, something like that. And are you there to shoulder this responsibility, please?
I have always told you, ma'am, you say whatever we are. I guess everyone over here will agree to it with me that you name it, we are ready to do anything, whether it's from the front, at the back, by your side, anywhere, anything. We'll put in our best. I don't know how well we will do it, but
no.
Rest assured, we will do it, ma'am. So
you'll do it very well.
Okay.
Agreed, Swati ma'am.
Yeah.
Agreed. We're always ready for you.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Sangeeta, God bless. And then Ayappa sir, South is all yours.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. As Swati ma'am said, you just command, we will do. That's all. Nothing else.
No, my dear. We are a team, and I keep saying we own this project. So this Rise Up E-waste is each one of you, please own it in cash. Tell wherever you want. Say that you played a vital role, because actually we are playing a very vital role. Okay, so please go ahead. Everybody to speak. Please speak out, everybody.
One suggestion, I just thought of, like, students, you have already shared a survey form, but now just because we are beginning and there will have to be small teams for the smoother working, why don't you have one school registration form also, so that we know exactly how many schools are in the project, and then the dividing can start. I just thought that, so that we know exactly which schools are there. And then we can go about forming our teams.
That's so good. Such a valuable suggestion and such a nice suggestion. We would definitely have it.
Yes, I do agree with what Swati ma'am said, ma'am. And from my part, we have many WhatsApp groups in our educators team in Malaysia. So I will forward to the WhatsApp group. So the message that ma'am has forwarded in the group, so I will forward to many groups. And then if you could have this registration form like what Swati ma'am said for the school, at least from there, you can divide the schools and pass to us and add on, we can, and then you need to have a deadline until when the registration has to be completed. Otherwise, it is like never ending. From like Mr. Pramod, he did that.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay. So
Ma'am.
one thing we have come to conclusion is we need a school registration form.
Ma'am, good evening, everyone. I just had a suggestion. This is Sonia here.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi,
Yeah.
ma'am. So, like, I have done Karusambhav in my school for almost 2-3 years and with many schools in MP. So, when we started it first year, the dilemma was people think that when it comes to e-waste, we are just talking about the old mobile phones and the laptops. So, I had, initially did an awareness video also that if you have a CD, if you have a pen drive, if you have a cable, like HDMI cable, some of them one or two are obsolete now. So people have those things, but when it comes to donation, it doesn't, it didn't go in their head that yes, this is also an e-waste. Maybe the old cassettes, which we used to listen to, now we don't have even those players. So the very old CDs. So we have to have a list of items that can come into e-waste so that it quickly clicks them that yes, this can also be given away. Second thing, what I observed in the second round when I did Karusambhav, people were somehow having things, but they were not making an effort to look for them and then, collect them in good quantity and give them. So we did two things. First of all, we divided our children and told them that, you are ambassadors for this project and we are giving you our city 4-5 colonies. So see, once class 12 children work with 4 middle school children, they would go on Sunday to those localities and then they would collect e-waste and then they will bring it back to school. Second thing, with junior group, we said that there will be a fancy dress competition and the children will have dresses, and there has to be, for boys, there has to be a jacket that has all the e-waste, you put up on that the dress in a creative manner, and girls will have skirts which will have all old CDs, pen drives. And then when the children would come for those competition, that time there was no COVID, and then we asked parents that is this dress of any use beyond this competition? If no, donate it here right away. So they donated and then we got the e-waste collected. So just small tips, because I did this project, so these things worked with me. That's why I wanted to share.
That's what we love in educators like you, Sonia.
Thank you, ma'am.
I admire you and I always keep complimenting you, and I learn so much from you. You are a fabulous educator.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Then you are one of the country ambassadors too. The country mentors too.
Anything for you. Thank you, ma'am.
You know what? In the northern region, our school had collected the maximum e-waste, so we became the e-waste collection center also. So that was also there when we worked with Karusambhav. So now I am in touch with Pranshu, and he's all okay with this. And Pranshu is the one who's heading it. He was initially from Microsoft, and he got this World Bank fund when he started Karusambhav. So he had visited our school during that particular time. So we remember him. So all these old memories and fond memories and relationships work at some part of your life. So, and Sonia spoke so well, and she was one of the representative from India during the showcase school meet. So Sonia, thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind appreciation.
You at any front. That's so good. Okay. So then after that, we move on. So Mohiddin, what do you think about you being the mentor from Bangladesh? You can have your group of schools, not only from Bangladesh, but now you'd be the mentor for Jen. All right. And if you want us to speak, we can have all these country facilitators. For example, we can have Sonia, Swati, Ayappa, and we'll have even Nirmala. All of us can talk about this project a little bit. I'll share some notes with everybody, and we can join your Zoom meeting tomorrow. And then tell me about your tell all of us about your organization. How many people are there and how many countries? You have made such a wonderful summary of everything. If you can just share with us, please.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I just joined in the first time of today's this meeting, and I see that I saw that this is wonderful. This will wonderful international project, and this initiative is very wonderful and amazing. So I'd like to collaborate this project as our Global Education Network. Global Education Network is newly formatted organization. Just we found this organization in July 24. Only 4 months. We reached already 94 country, and 50 up country has 20 plus member, average 20 plus member, 50 up country. So we can collaborate, we can help, and if you provide already you provide me just for this meeting, I cannot provide my group. I can provide my group and Facebook page and our WhatsApp group about this project. Most of people, most of our leader, most of our country coordinator, most of our member work for want to work for any project. So this will very successful collaboration, I think. So any help or any collaboration, I am agree. Thank you, ma'am.
So see, how did this relationship begin? Mohideen had come for our as one of our he was the moderator for one of our sessions.
Yes.
So that's how this relationship works. And thank you so much, Mohideen.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Wonderful collaboration with so many countries being added up. It will be so nice. And yes, all this members from this team would definitely be talking to in your Zoom meeting. When do you think you would like to have your Zoom meeting or the WebEx, whatever you want? We can go for this platform or the platform you wanted. When do you want it?
Ma'am, when you feel facility, I can contact. Please inform me. Just I will inform or I will invite our member or leading position educator. Okay, no problem.
All right, so now let's give a breathing space tomorrow, Sunday, so that you can inform everybody. And we on Monday we have it at the same time. Is it okay with you?
Okay.
If we just brief everybody, how do we go about this project? And see, I've done my bit in Rise of SDGs. Now I want all the people who are there in this group. They should be leading and they should be talking and they should be, they're wonderful people and they should be in the limelight now. I have to be the mother hen who's so happy watching everybody. So that's it.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I'll be available always. I'll be talking always. I'll be in the group always. I'll be speaking always. But then, you feel so good when your own group moves ahead and do a great job. So that's what I think. But wherever need be, I would jump in and say, all right, here am I. Let's do this together. We'll do it. So that's how. So can we fix it up for Monday, Mohideen?
Okay. Fixed.
Nirmala, are you okay with Monday evening, this same time? All those who are there who would like to be facilitators means by that time you can research a little bit and talk about it, because this is what we have to do with our people, right? With our students. We can share the video which you have shared. I think it's an eye opener. So we have Laura here, right? Laura, how are you, Laura?
Hello, hi.
Hi, we're so delighted to have you, and we're so
happy. So happy to be here.
Same here. I'm so happy to have all of you, our very own friends. And then we are going for this project. And then we was talking to Mohideen at that particular time when I just spotted you. And so Mohideen, his entire group is going to be collaborating with the Rise of SDGs for e-waste. So I'm so thankful to Mohideen. Thank you so much. We'll share the details. I'll share some more details. And then you can talk with your people and we'll have speakers from this particular group who would be doing the talking. So anybody can volunteer who would like to lead, who can represent. And Laura, I'm sure you can represent your country. You could be the country mentor as such, and that's it.
Thank you.
So you can have more schools, because this is this is a real life problem which we need to look into and attend. Okay. So let's take action for e-waste disposal and management. We are going to collect the maximum amount of e-waste from our schools, from our neighborhoods, from our houses. And Sonia rightly said, even the pen drive and small little, those cable connectors and everything, all that is e-waste. So we're going to collect all the, even, Sonia, am I right if I say even the remote of a television has some?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we actually throw it in the bin. Kharab ho gaya, let's have a new one. So everything we'll make a list of. And Sonia, if you can do that, make a list. I'll be very thankful if you can just.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, I'll do that.
So in the next session, when we address the Gen people, I'm sure we can. You can talk about the various the various e-waste which we need to collect.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And so, in a way, we'll be contributing to United Nations 2030 agenda, because we'll be working on those 7 SDGs which we have found are related. We've got the SDGs, we picked up the targets, we said this is the way they are related, and we are going to form activities. We are going to have newsletters, again, which we'll make it a point to publish it so that children can own their work. Art gallery would be challenging in this short time, so no art gallery, but all artwork would be put in the newsletter as such. Right, so this is how we can go about. It'll be wonderful, and I'm sure each one of us are going to enjoy this journey. Okay, so that's all from me. If anybody wants to say something, please go ahead and speak. So this journey is going to continue.
Yeah, ma'am, can I speak?
Yes, everybody.
So ma'am, because we are in UAE, we'll have to find out, because I think there are some schools in UAE who've already taken up this initiative of, gathering e-waste. So probably not in Sharjah, but maybe in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So I think I'll take up the initiative here in Sharjah and, speak to my neighboring schools. And if they would like to join with us and have their student representatives also work on this problem and come out with some solutions, we would welcome them. So if you could send us this video that you showed us, so that we can send it across to the neighboring schools who would like to join along with us, and then they could choose a group or a representative from their school who would work on that, and then probably we would give them a goal stating, like you have just linked the main e-waste goal to other 6 SDGs. So we could take in at least 6 different schools who could have each one of those SDGs linked, and they could work out on that and then come out with solutions, and then probably have one meeting with all of them here, trying to showcase how they've been working on it to the rest of the schools. Will that be okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly okay. What we had thought now that this is another perspective which has come up, that 6 schools can take 6 different goals. There are 7 goals which we have picked up. But personally, what I initially thought of, and we can always change, and nothing is, there's nothing to be adamant about anything. What we had thought of, that we will meet 4 times in this 2 months, after every fortnight. And the facilitators will have their group of, say, 10 schools. So they will, every goal would be related with some research question. The children can research on it, how goal number 3 is related to e-waste. And then we can have some art integration where they draw, paint something. Again, the activity directions would be given. And then after that, this group of students, they would be speaking, the facilitator would be there, and they can fix up a day and they share whatever they found, so that children speak now. So if there are 10 schools, we have 2 children, so there'll be 20, and we stick to this 1 hour schedule so that it doesn't go endless. So we have to be very crisp, practice whatever we feel like, and we can do it. So one group does it, there's another group does it. Suppose there are 10 groups do for first goal, and then they do for the next goal and for the next. So in other words, the purpose is that more children should be speaking. So the children would be speaking, and in the end, we can think of how we all add up together. And we thought we'll have 4 sessions where we call experts, and children from all the groups, as many schools can attend that. We can have Facebook Live where they tell what are the challenges of e-waste and why e-waste and what e-waste, so that these experts can tell the children, and children would be happy. So it will be really real learning for the children also. That's what we thought. But as you said, we are open to that also. 6 schools, 6 goals. How it is related, that's also a wonderful idea. This could be practiced by everybody, all facilitators. So now there's plenty of elbow space, there's plenty of open space for the facilitators and the mentors to think how they would like to run their group. You know, when you have the freedom, then, you know, the creativity comes in. The critical thinking skills are developed when we have freedom to think and do the way we want it. So there would not be too much of restrictions. Yes, you can go like the way you've said it. It is perfectly all right.
Ma'am, the other point is that we are breaking for winter vacation on the 9th. 10th is the first day. So when is the next meeting scheduled? Because since the children will be on vacation, they only come back on the 2nd of January. So we will only be able to get together.
Daisy, this is the introduction meet so that we know each other and we know how to go about it. Rest, the mentors and the facilitators are going to connect. So you would be the mentor from your country, and then you're going to decide how you want to go about, how many times you would like to meet. But at the same time, I'll pen down something and share with everybody in the group. Okay,
sure,
this is the way we go about, but then we have the freedom to go the way we want it. And yes, breaking for holidays, maybe we are not able to do for all the goals, fine. We still continue with the with one goal, one SDG, and e-waste can be connected. But e-waste collection could be a big thing for everybody that we can focus on to have a real record of how much e-waste we have collected. And then we can locate centers which actually go for recycling of those e-waste. We can work for all countries.
Sure, ma'am.
All right. Yes, now who else who wanted to speak? Yes, please. Yes, Alifia. Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening, dear.
Ma'am, I just have a suggestion. If we can have a survey for parents, because for the younger kids, the situation is we, the elders, are responsible for creating such a lot of e-waste, and the younger kids are not aware of, but they want to take part in the project. So teaching them, but they should know that what exactly the e-waste is, and they should make aware their parents about this. So if we can create a survey for parents over here, the initial survey.
So we have one for students. I hope you've seen that.
Yes, one students I have seen, ma'am.
I want to prepare for parents also. Yeah, if you have some specific points and if you're good at MS, why don't you prepare something? It'll be so good. You can have,
surely.
We have so many mentors here. You two of us can put the heads together and create a survey, because this is how this project is going to work. Everybody can do anything and everything they want here. You could be leaders, you could be facilitators, you can have your group of children. You want to focus on the little ones, you focus on the little ones. Just imagine when this grade 1, 2, 3, they're going to move up. They would say when they go up and look back and say, well, in class 1, we learned what e-waste was. So we can work on it.
Yes, even on the cell batteries, they come up with the batteries, the smaller, the remote batteries also. So I told them, yes, those are also the e-waste, but they don't know about the gadgets. They actually are the e-waste at home.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's so nice. That's so nice. We can definitely go for it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else would like to say something?
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening,
sorry for joining late, and probably I missed out a lot, and I'll try my best to join again on Monday. But what I could gather out of it, ma'am, I remember 2 years before the lockdown, we were a part of Karo Sambhav program, which is working on e-waste, and we did a lot of collection. And recently, when I was talking to them, they were like, we are going to different states of India to collect e-waste. So now that when we are planning to collect e-waste, we in India can always get in touch with them because they send their vehicles across for collection.
Yes.
And we did a lot of activities, ma'am. Like, apart from the artwork, it was like being most creative. So I remember we designed costumes, we designed jewelry, we designed wall hangings. Still, when I opened up my lab, I could see those beautiful wall pieces which the children had designed out of the e-waste. So there are a lot of activities that we did, and it was like, just as you said, that you can be as creative as you want. We have the same liberties that we could do anything. Each one of us could design anything using e-waste. and side by side start collecting it also.
Yes. That's what we do. Yes, Guljot, even we have done that activity, and Pranchu, who's the owner of Karo Sambhav, is
Yes, ma'am.
somehow known to me also. And we were in North India, we had collected the maximum e-waste.
Ma'am, I was the winner in Delhi, the best, the maximum and the best activities, the most creative students of the year award I received in 2018. Because after that, so definitely 18 and 19 we were there. After that, we did not up because of the lockdown. We could not handle.
So Karo Sambhav is one of our partners this time, bete, in this project.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you.
So
Ma'am, I would like to.
Yes, please go ahead, beta. Yes, Anupama.
Yeah, ma'am, I would like to just give a suggestion that obviously how to dispose of e-waste is very important, but it also is important how to re-evaluate it, how to extend the life of e-waste so that we
Yes,
don't
that's
buy
important.
anymore.
Yes.
So I think most of what happens, yeah, actually with children, with adults, if something is not working, they'll go and buy another upgraded product. So this is also very important for all the industries to all of us to understand that it can be repaired, it can be reused, and it can be refused.
Yes.
These three things, I think, for a child is very important, because now what is happening, if the child is carrying one mobile, next another mobile which comes in the market, the child goes for it. Even if we can use, or हम देखते हैं even home, my parents, our parents, they have switched over to only one mobile. For years they will work with a single mobile phone, and they're doing it so beautifully. So I think refuse is also one thing, and how to reuse it, and how to extend the
life of the usage.
life of a device is also important.
Yeah, that's so rightly said. And we are going to talk about all these points as we move ahead in this project. For every goal, we're going to write something or the other so that all of us are aware, and we can definitely look into all this. We will be making the best use of it. I saw Vinny also. Vinny, what about you? How are you, Vinny? Vinny is occupied. Yes, Vinny, how are you?
Hi.
All right, so it's so nice to see all the family and the friends, and Selvam is also there. Selvam, how are you? For Life Below Water, we would be needing all your support and all your expertise and all talks from you also. So anyways, it's all right. Maybe he's occupied. And shall we call it a day now? And because, 1 hour is a deadline. We have 2 minutes to go only.
Ma'am, one question just.
Yes, Sveta.
Ma'am, are there going to be weekly or fortnightly activities for like kind of tasks that we will have?
Yes.
That will make it easy
We'll plan it out. We'll have the task. Because structured guidance works well. In that structured guidance or structured notes, the liberty to cross it, redo it, modify it works well. Okay, but we'll have some fortnightly tasks. And if we can have 2 goals for 1 fortnight, it will work. And the mentors and the facilitators can have 1 meeting fortnightly, because every week might be tiring with all the jobs we do. So we can think of at least 4. If it is possible to do 1 more and the students are excited, give them a chance. And I'll be for every meeting. If you have every day, I'll be there. I have no issues. But I would like you to lead. That's what is important. Okay. Usha ji, aap jaldi se bole kuch. Usha ji, you can speak something and bless us with your presence.
क्या बोलूं मैं?
आप सुन ही रहे हो क्या धूम मचा रहे हैं काम की.
It is so wonderful, this new project that you have thought of. This is really the need of the day, because every way the problem is there. I face it, where to throw this, where to throw that. To the extent anything and everything is a problem, how to discard it. So e-waste is really problem in every home. Whether you have 1 instrument or 10, and 10 people living or one person, but everyone is facing this problem. So nice you thought of it, and the awareness amongst the children. This will solve the problem forever. They know now, and then they'll grow up with it, and the families will also get aware. Thank you, and all the best to all of us.
Thank you.
God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ushaji. We are free to share this registration link with as many people as you want, the survey link of the students also. And then for the parents, when Alifia prepares it, we can use it with everybody. All right, we use that also, and then Sonia will give a list, and maybe some of us need to volunteer to talk to the Gen people who are quite a number. Each one of I can give the presentation which we have prepared, and then after that, each one of us can speak whatever we feel like. You can share your previous experience or what we visualize, how to go about. We can speak up. Okay,
Ma'am, Chilema.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, this e-waste collectors only the Karasamba only, or do we have any other partners?
Presently, it is Karosamba who have given a green single trash can. I'm supposed to be in touch with them. I got a a message sort of thing, but I've not personally talked. And there's again which I'm going to follow up on Twitter. So I'm going to find as many in as many countries. If you know somebody, welcome. They can be your partners.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. That's why, because in Tamil Nadu in South, their penetration is very less. So if I find out somebody else also, shall we add in our partnership?
Yes, we'll have it on a partnership slide, which is there. We'll have as many partners. See, collaboration is what the world requires today. Collaboration is what we have to show it to our children, that me myself is not there. Me myself is not there. It's we ourselves. Us is what is important. Maybe when we collaborate, many partners are there, everything is there. Children will also learn that they have to collaborate. Tomorrow's world is not an individualistic world. It is our world. There'll be so many challenges and we'll have to help each other to get out of it. So for COVID, when the vaccine had to be prepared, it was not only India, it was everybody that the vaccine was to be prepared. Everybody contributed and collaborated. Yet one country helped the other country, so all that was there. Okay? Please go ahead, find out. So,
sure, ma'am.
Laura, you also find who collects e-waste in Romania, right? All of
Yes,
us.
ma'am.
And Nirmala, find out in Malaysia who can collect. People would be more than happy to join us.
Sure, definitely, ma'am.
More than happy that what a great movement it is there in all the countries and all the school. People would be more than happy. Yes, Sonia, please go ahead and speak, beta. Raise your hand, Sonia. Is it the old hand or the new hand?
Old one, I think.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Not to worry. Okay, shall we come? We have met after such a long time. We don't feel like leaving each other, I believe. But yes, we have to go. It's 1 hour, 4 minutes now. Okay, so we take...
Shall we meet on Monday, ma?
Monday, I'll be talking with Mohiddin. Let's see what time. Most probably